Hi everyone, it's Asuka here. In this video, I'll be introducing 5 different ways to shape your nails. When you're shaping your nails, have you ever felt like the final result didn't quite align with the shape you were going for? For a nice shape, it's all about how you handle the file. In this tutorial, I'll be breaking down the filing techniques for 5 common nail shapes. I'll also share some insights on the kind of nails that complement each specific shape, whether you have flat, small, or large nails. So be sure to watch until the end. Okay, let's get started. First, let's start with the basic way to hold the file. Hold the file between your thumb, index finger, and middle finger. Hold the file towards the end. The key to holding it well is to not apply too much pressure. Excessive pressure can lead to overfiling or causing split nails, so be aware. And as a fundamental tip for filing your natural nails, try to avoid moving the file back and forth in both directions. Filing natural nails back and forth can strain them and lead to split nails. So when filing natural nails, file in one direction to avoid causing stress. That being said, if you have artificial extensions like gel or acrylic, filing back and forth is fine. Also, if you file without any support, your fingers may wobble, and what you thought was a straight line might end up uneven. Therefore, stabilize the finger being filed by using both sides of your fingers while filing. When applying the file to the nail, the basic approach is to angle it at 45 degrees. Although 45 degrees is the basic angle, I'll explain the best angles for each of the 5 nail shapes being introduced next too. Okay, so let's start by looking at the most classic shape, the rounded shape. The round shape is known to suit anyone. It is particularly suited for those with small or flat nails, as it gives a gentle and natural appearance. The method for filing round nails starts by adjusting the length of the nail tip. When shortening the length, apply the file at a 90-degree angle to the nail and file to the desired length. Move the file consistently in one direction. Once you file to your preferred length, straighten both sides of the nail. When viewed from the side, ensure the file is parallel to the bone of the finger. File one side of the nail while scooping up but filing straight. Repeat the process on the other side, filing straight. Once you've reached this point, add a gentle curve of the nail tip. The key to filing round nails is creating a curve that matches the natural curve of the fingertip. The fingertip naturally has a gentle curve, right? We'll file the nail to have a natural curve similar to the fingertip. Start by angling the file at 45 degrees and file from the left edge towards the center, creating a gentle roundness to the nail's edge. Regardless of the shape you are creating, what I want you to be conscious of is the central line of the nail. By filing in a way that keeps symmetry with this line, you'll achieve a well-balanced shape. After filing the left side, repeat the process on the right side too. Over-filing round shapes can end up becoming oval, so it's essential to avoid filing the angles too much. This completes the rounded shape. Next, let's look at the oval shape. The oval shape is created by further filing the edges of the round shape, giving an elongated, egg-like appearance. This is the most popular shape in nail salons as it offers a feminine and elegant look. It's suitable for those with larger nails or shorter fingers as it has the effect of visually elongating the fingers. The filing technique for ovals is generally the same as for the round shape, being by adjusting the length of the nail tip to your preference. At this point, it's important to keep the length 2 to 3 millimeters longer than what you had it for the round shape. When filing for a rounded shape, we file straight on both sides, but when creating an oval shape, we'll file with a slightly narrower tip. After filing both sides to have a slightly tapered look, switch the angle of the file to 30 degrees and refine the shape of the tip. Continue filing, removing additional edges to achieve a rounded shape resembling an egg. Be mindful of the central line here too, and file to maintain symmetry on both sides. This completes the oval shape. You can see it has a more rounded appearance compared to the round shape. Next, we'll move on to the pointed shape. The pointed shape is the shape where the tip of the nail is further sharpened compared to an oval shape. In addition to being called a pointed shape, it is also known as an almond shape due to its slender tip, making it a recommended choice for those with wider nail widths. The way to create the pointed shape is generally similar to the earlier oval technique. First, file the length of the nail tip to your preference, and then gradually taper both sides. Once you file it to this point, use a file at a 90-degree angle to further refine the shape of the nail tip to achieve a sharper look. Add even more curvature compared to the oval, filing from the middle of the nail towards the tip of the central line. Once one side reaches near the center point, proceed to file the opposite side in the same way. Finally, round off the pointed tip. This completes the pointed shape. Next, we'll look at the square shape. As the name suggests, the square shape is square. It is characterized by sharp angles and a lack of curves anywhere. It is a very popular shape and has the ability to add definition to the fingertips, making it recommended for those with flat nails or those who want to make their nails stand out. Shaping the square uses the same method as the round shape till midway. First, file the length of the nail tip to your liking. Unlike the round or oval shapes, the square does not have rounded edges, so use a file at the 90-degree angle. Once you file it to your preferred length, proceed to file both sides. Use the file parallel to the finger bones and file it straight. The key to shaping a square is to focus on keeping it straight. This completes the square shape. There is also a variation of the square shape called the squared off shape, where only the corners of the square are filed down. To do this, use the file at a 45-degree angle and gently file a few times. And then squared off shape is complete. Finally, we look at the ballerina shape. This shape is currently very popular and is also called the coffin shape. It has a shape resembling ballerina shoes with a tapered square tip that gives the effect of making the fingers appear slim and long. The way to shape the ballerina is the same as the square method until the midway. First, file the length of the nail tip to your liking. Use the file at the 90-degree angle and file it straight. Next, file both sides. File both sides, aiming for the position corresponding to the middle 3 segments when you divide the width of the nail into 5 equal parts. This is the most challenging shape among the 5 I've shown today, so be careful not to file too much and check your progress as you go. File the opposite side in the same way. Finally, lightly file the corners a few times to round them off, and now the ballerina shape is complete. How did you find the methods to shape your nails? By changing up the shape of your nail tips, you can achieve different desired looks, so I encourage everyone to give it a go. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the good button. And if you like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon. Bye.